Back to our weekly Facebook Live. I'm Kathy Luker, a CPA and owner of Blue Harbor Consulting. Every week, we get together to help HVAC business owners grow profits, improve cash flow, and reduce the stress that comes with running a service business. Today's topic is one that affects every single contractor, no matter your size, leveraging technology to boost customer experience. Here's why this is important. In today's world, your customer's experience is just as important, sometimes more important than the work itself. If a customer has two bids that are roughly the same price, the business that provides a smoother, easier experience almost always wins. So today, I'll walk you through specific technologies that can help you create a seamless customer journey, from the very first contact to the final invoice. And I'll share real-life examples to show you the kind of impacts these changes can make. So let's talk about why customer experience matters so much in HVAC. Think about your own experiences as a customer. Have you ever dealt with a company where you couldn't get anyone to answer the phone? You had no idea when a technician would arrive, or you were handed a handwritten invoice that was hard to read. Now compare that to a company that lets you book online in just a few clicks, sends a text when your technician is on the way with their photo, and emails you a professional invoice you can pay instantly. Which one would you recommend to a friend? Here's the truth. Most homeowners don't know much about HVAC systems. They don't remember what size filter you used or what brand motor you installed. They remember how easy you made the process and how they felt working with you. And here's a powerful stat. 80% of customers say the experience a company provides is as important as its actual services. That means if you can deliver a top-notch experience, you instantly stand out, even if your competitors' technical skills are just as good as yours. So how do we consistently deliver that kind of experience without burning out our team? The answer is technology. Now, I know technology can sound intimidating, especially if you're already juggling dozens of things in your business. But the goal here isn't to add more to your plate. It's to make things simpler, faster, and smoother. Technology helps in three big ways. It makes life easier for your customers. It reduces the workload on your work staff, on your office staff, and it positions your business as modern and professional. Customers today expect experience. They expect convenience and clear communication. And they expect a level of transparency that was unheard of 10 years ago. The good news is, with the right tools, you can deliver all of that without working harder. Now, before I go any further, let's talk about the other side of technology, because yes, technology can be amazing, can also go way too far. We've all had that experience where you just need to talk to a real human being, and the company has made it completely impossible. Take Google, for example. I absolutely love Google. I use their search engine every day. I rely on Gmail, and I even use their tools to help me run my business. But if my life depended on reaching an actual person at Google, well, I'd probably be writing my obituary because it's just not happening. That's a perfect example of what we don't want for our businesses. We want to use technology to enhance the customer experience, not create barriers or make people feel like they're stuck in a digital maze with no way out. So as we talk about these tools today, keep in mind, the goal is to make things easier, not harder. Technology should be the helpful assistant in your business, not the gatekeeper who locks the door. Let's start with online scheduling and dispatch. Picture this: a customer realizes their AC isn't working at 8 o'clock at night. Instead of waiting until the morning to call your office, they hop onto your website or Facebook page, click a scheduling link, and bam, they've booked an appointment in less than 2 minutes. The next morning, your office sees the new booking in your system, no phone tag, no missed calls, and no irritated customer. The benefits: customers feel more in control, your office staff spends less time answering repetitive calls, and you fill your schedule more efficiently. Quick question: do you currently offer online scheduling? If not, imagine how many jobs you might be losing when someone can't reach you after hours. Let me give you a real life example of how online scheduling can make or break a sale. Last year, my truck got rear-ended. Not my favorite day, let me tell you. I needed to get into a collision repair shop in Jackson, Tennessee. So I did what everyone does. I Googled a couple of options. So here's the funny part. Both shops had good reviews, both looked reputable, but only one offered online appointments. So guess which one got my business? Yep, the one where I could book without picking up the phone. Even though I'd used the other shop the year before when the very same truck was rear-ended the first time. And I'd received good service. Because honestly, at that moment, I wasn't in the mood to play phone tag, wait on hold, or explain my situation before they looked at the calendar. I just wanted to click a button, lock in my appointment, and move on with my life. And that's exactly what your customers want too. Now, just so you know, I was not the driver at fault in either accident. Next up is automated reminders and technician profiles. One of the biggest frustration customers have is waiting around wondering when or if their service tech is going to show up. With the right software, you can automatically send a text that says your technician, Mark, is on the way. He'll arrive between 10:15 and 10:45. Here's his photo. Think about the peace of mind that gives the customer. They're not left guessing. They know exactly who's coming, what he looks like, and when he'll arrive. This small touch builds trust and significantly reduces no-shows, and it doesn't require any extra work from your staff. Once you set it up, it runs automatically. Let's talk about estimates and invoices. Handwritten or paper invoices can create confusion. Customers might lose them, misread the handwriting, or put off mailing a check. Digital estimates and invoices solve all of that. They can be sent instantly after a job. Customers can approve estimates electronically. Payments can be made online, which means you get your money faster. And from your side, everything is tracked automatically, so you spend less time chasing down paperwork. Imagine cutting your collection time in half just by making it easier for customers to pay you. Another powerful tool is customer portals. This is where your customer can log in anytime to see their service history, view upcoming appointments, and even check their maintenance agreements. It does two things. It gives customers peace of mind because they can easily access their information, and it positions you as highly professional and organized. It also cuts down on calls to your office asking, when was my last service, or when is my next appointment? Customers love self-service options, and portals make you look like a big tech-savvy company, even if you only have 10 employees. So let's move on to reputation management. Online reviews are today's word of mouth. Most people won't even call you until they've read your Google or Facebook reviews. With reputation management tools, you can automatically send a text or email right after a job, such as "Thanks for trusting us today. If we did a great job, would you mind leaving us a quick review?" Because it's automated, you'll gather more reviews without adding more work for your team. And here's the best part. Studies show that businesses with a steady flow of new reviews get significantly more calls than those with older or fewer reviews. So let's bring this down to a real-world example. Say you run a $2.5 million HVAC business with 12 to 15 employees. You decide to implement online scheduling, automated text reminders, and digital invoicing. Here's what happens in the first few months. Your office staff handles 30% fewer phone calls. You reduce no-shows by 25%. Customers leave more positive reviews, which starts boosting your inbound calls. And because invoicing is digital, you get paid faster. That is real impact. And it's not because you suddenly started working harder, it's because you made it easier for your customers to do business with you. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds great, but where do I even start? My advice is don't try to do everything at once. First, you want to identify the issues and your best software solutions. Then start with the one pain point that frustrates your customers the most. Maybe it's scheduling, maybe it's slow invoicing, maybe it's not knowing when the tech will arrive. Choose a simple technology to fix that one issue, roll it out, train your team, and watch how your customers respond. Once that's running smoothly, move on to the next area. Step by step, you'll transform the customer experience without overwhelming yourself or your staff. So here's the big takeaway. Leveraging technology isn't about adding complexity. It's about removing friction for your customers and your team. When you make the customer journey smoother, you get happier customers, better reviews, and a healthier bottom line. If you'd like help identifying the right tools for your HVAC business, ones that fit your size, your budget, and your goals, I'd love to chat. Click the link in the comments to book a free consultation with me. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments or message me directly. Leveraging technology can be fun and easy if you start small and work your way up. However, most business owners never have enough time in the day, which can make implementing new technology stressful and painful. So if you'd like assistance in this area, we'd love to help. If you're ready to expand your company's technology, email me at Kathy@KathleenLugerCPA.com. Thanks again for joining me today. Next week's topic is how to launch a profitable maintenance plan program. Same time, same place. See you then.